Right, so we're starting off with some GlamGlow moisturizer. This is called a matte glow moisturizer. Who knows what that means? I guess it means it gives you a matte finish, so it's a good primer, but a bit of a luminous glow, very subtle though. And I've been using this Pur Hydragel Lift, what would you call it, stick, just to prime under my lids and any of the creasy areas, and I've noticed it does definitely help reduce the creasing. And then this Smashbox photo finish primer for a bit of radiance. I got this in one of my Ipsy bags. To be honest, I was just trying to use it up, so good opportunity to try it out. And then this is my usual thing, so this thing has not changed in a while. This is my e.l.f. color correcting pen, and I don't think it's going to change for a while, until I get through my current stock at least, because they've decided to discontinue this product. Anyway, so I'm blending this in with a foundation brush. This is one that I picked up from Primark, and I'm just being careful to pat it in and keep it in those areas, because I don't want it to smush around my face, and you kind of ideally want to let it dry before you put foundation on top. Again, you don't want to move the product around your face. First time using this Nars Radiant foundation, and I have mixed thoughts about this. It's not my favorite. It's the first time I'm trying anything Nars, and yeah, it kind of felt a bit heavy on the skin. It's not my favorite, but I'm thinking to do like a whole video on some disappointing products at some point. The colour looks like it's a little bit light on me right now, but it does slightly oxidize, so it looks fine later on. And then again, this is just to use up product that I already have. I'm using the MAC Soft Ochre paint pot as a lid primer. It's not the colour for me, and I've used better sort of eye primers. I just want to use it up, to be honest, so use whatever you have. I'm not recommending this. And I'm a bit all over the place at the moment, so I'm doing my eyebrows now. On a day-to-day basis, I don't actually fill in my brows, but I thought for Eid, if you're going to a wedding as well, you want to make the extra effort. And I'm setting my eyelid primer with whatever powder you have in front of you, so I just happen to have the Barry M1 in front of me. And then if you want to go from 0 to 100 in 0.2 seconds, this is the way to do it. And I turn to this eyeshadow time and time again. It's the Colourpop Nillionaire, I'm saying that right. It's instant glam in a pot. You have to get this product. As with all the Colourpop Super Shock shadows, it's best applied with your finger. And then I go straight into my Revolution Pro palette, and I'm using this shade to blend out the first colour, and then add a bit of depth and dimension into the crease. And you notice I'm tilting my head back just to make sure I get right in the crease, and making sure you find the socket well. So every eye shape is going to be different. If you tilt your head back, it's just a better guide for you. And with the smaller pencil brush, I've just gone in with a deeper shade right into the socket. There's not much blending going on with this. What I've done is cut out a lot of the steps by blending as I add a second colour, if that makes sense. I'm just using a clean eyeshadow brush just to dust away the fallout, and going in with this black shade. You have to be very light-handed and make sure you dust off the excess, but I'm using it as a sort of smoky eyeliner. And my trusty eBay lashes back again. And obviously I did that off camera because that took 5 hours. These steps you might have seen before on my channel. I'm using my Colourpop No Filter Concealer to highlight under my eyes. And I only dip this in once. I don't like excess product. Most of the highlighting goes under my eyes. The forehead, nose and chin is minor really. And then you notice I'm using this brush to blend out the edges first. I really want to keep the coverage under my eye, so I don't like blending that out too much. I just do the minimum I can get away with. So edges first. That allows the under eyes to sort of dry a little bit, and the coverage is a bit better as well when the product's a bit drier. Does that make sense? Hope it does. Right, RCMA No Colour Powder. This is the one that Kathleen Lights loves, but yeah, it does come in an oregano bottle. So you see I have to kind of tip it out in my hand. And I only tip out a very small amount of product. And yeah, packaging sucks, but it's a good product. And yeah, even for my skin tone it works pretty well. But I have tried out the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder, and yeah, I will be talking about that soon on my channel. But I'm just dusting this over all my smile lines, under my eyes, all those creasy areas, and whatever excess powder I have, I dust it all around the perimeter of my face as well. What am I doing next? Okay, so I'm moving on to the lower lash line now. So similar colors to the crease what I used on my eyelid. Just going in with the lighter shades first with bigger brushes, and as I go for the darker shades I'm using a smaller brush each time. I'm being more precise with where I put it. Yep, Barry M contour kit, you know the deal with this now. I don't know what I'm going to use after I finish with this. I'm going to have to try something new. Leave me your recommendations please. I do want a nice glowy bronzer, but not unsure. And then I am doing a light bit of nose contouring. So I went in with some very harsh thin lines on my nose and then completely dusted that off with that fluffy eyeshadow brush. Okay, so I'm using this e.l.f. Illuminating Palette. I haven't used this in a long time and I've had it in my stash for so long. And I'm using quite a thick dense brush for this because it's a very diffuse highlight, so I'm kind of using it as a highlight base, and then we'll go in more specifically with a more intense highlight. So I'm kind of dusting this all around those areas I concealer highlighted earlier, and then here's my intense highlight. All three of the Manizer sisters. Why pick one when you can have all three? And then I'm using the same highlight for the bridge of my nose, and I'll also go in to my inner corners and under my brows. So I'm using the Revolution Reloaded palette as a blush palette. I've been enjoying using this actually because it's got some really nice rosy peachy tones there, but it is hella pigmented, so you have to be careful how you apply it. So even though I've got a very fluffy brush here. You can see I kind of look like a Korean doll, so I kind of went over it again with my foundation brush. There's no excess product on this, I just kind of dabbed it out until it blended the way I wanted it to, and of course it blended away my highlights. I had to go back in with that. So I'm lining my lips now with the Colourpop Lippie pencil 951. It's a really good nude for my skin tone. And I kind of went with 3 different lip products here. So this is the Ultra Satin Lip in November from Colourpop, and the Ultra Glossy Lip from Colourpop as well. I was just feeling a nice glossy lip. I think it really adds to the glam. So the tikka piece that I'm wearing here, this is from Dia Online, and the scarf that I'm wearing is actually just from a local market, but I really like the gold border on it, and I am tying it the usual way, and I have got a hijab tutorial on this already on my channel. The only difference I did was the tucking in of the scarf at the end, at the back, just to make it neat, and I'll show you. I'll do a quick spin around to show you what it looks like. But that's basically it. That's the finished look. It's appropriate for Eid, for going as a guest to any wedding. So I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.